Hello. So we're going to get going on day 69 of blueprints. 67, 68, we didn't really accomplish much, honestly. I mean, we did a couple things. So the drafting studio is basically exhausted now. We've gotten the last floor plan out of the drafting studio. On day 66, we finally succeeded at a showroom run. Let's pick up our allowance, 71 coin. So we have the trophy of wealth. So we are one trophy short of being able unlocking the ability to buy blue tents. I still do not know what blue tents do. I won't know what blue tents do until I buy blue tents. But it seems like it's a difficult goal to achieve, 8 trophies. So I would hope that the reward for getting 8 trophies, the ability to buy blue tents, means that blue tents is going to be somehow very beneficial to us. I don't know if it's a new puzzle or if it's a new location or if it's going to unlock east or west gates for us, or if it's just going to mean that we start our days with more resources, the ability to keep some of our items. I don't know what it will do, but I'm hoping it's going to be beneficial and therefore worth the effort I'm putting in to try to get 8 trophies, right? So we can continue working on the bullseye trophy, but that is a many days process because we don't get the billiard room every day. Every day we get it, I try to do it and I solve the math puzzle, but we're at least 11 days away from that. Trophy of drafting 20 dead end rooms as a single day is pretty difficult to do. I might attempt it. We got up to 15 at one point. These over here, I don't know if you can see I think you can see my mouse cursor, very small, but like Darebird trophy, curse trophy, day 1 trophy, trophy of speed, these all require starting new games and then playing in that game from like basically scratch with, harder though, like dare mode and curse mode are harder. And then day 1 trophy, get to reach room 46 in one day, starting from scratch, trophy speed. I don't do well with quick. I don't do well with quick at all, so I'm not probably ever going to do these two. And these, I just don't want to leave this main game and then come back, and everything. So I'm really trying to avoid having to do any of these 4 trophies and just, do like a trophy of drafting or the Explorer's Trophy. We need 5 more blueprints or 5 more rooms in our Mount Holly directory. I added the kennel to the directory, but I haven't drafted the kennel yet. So I might need to draft the kennel before it counts and ticks over to 106 of 110. But that probably means that there's still 4 more, since the drafting studio seemed to be empty of new blueprints. I'm thinking the remaining 4 have to be found somewhere. So this one might be out of our reach until we solve more puzzles and unlock more locations. Maybe until after we've already have blue tents. This might be like a later trophy. Trophy of sigils, unlock all 8 realm sigils. Well, I've gotten 6 of the 8 sanctum keys. I don't know where the other 2 are. One's in a station and one's beyond the last door of 8. I think those are out of my reach at the moment. So basically, it's either this trophy or this trophy, whichever I acquire first will probably be my 8th trophy. But other than that, there are other things I'm trying to accomplish. Like I want to get a power hammer again and break down the brick wall in the greenhouse to see what that reveals. I want to. I noticed some, special candles with the rubies and the, that signify that something happens when they're lit in the tomb. So when we draft the tomb, I want to try to get. I've tried this a couple times and failed, but I want to have the tomb, get burning glass, go down, light those special candles, and see what that reveals. I'm expecting that somewhere down in the tomb, probably revealed by lighting those burning candles, will be sarcophagus, or I say sarcophagus, the crypt of the lady from her ladyship's chamber, where there's a diary, and I think the key to her diaries, and based on the clue I read, I think the key to her diaries and buried with her, or buried near her, or down by her crypt. And so if I could get that and unlock that diary, that might give us more clues. That diary might, give us clues just in new puzzles, or clues to solve, or clues to help solve existing puzzles and stuff like that. So what have I got at the moment? No blessing, no items. So let's see what we got going on today. Did not get tomb as an option. I will take a tool shed, because again, I'm going to we'll take this. Sledgehammer is always good for the trunks and stuff. But also if I can get battery pack, which I have in the coat check, and I can get broken lever, and I can get workshop, and I can get greenhouse, and I supposedly using the conservatory made greenhouse a common room, but since making a common room, it still hasn't shown up. So I don't know that I place much stock in that conservatory. Even though I made the greenhouse common, the game knows that the greenhouse holds a secret. So the game says I'm overriding your choice of making the greenhouse common and making it still, rare, and I'm not going to give it to you. The game is cheating. The game is saying, if you have the stuff to make a power hammer, I know you want to get through the brick wall of this greenhouse, so I'm going to keep the greenhouse out of the drafting pool for that day, irregardless of the fact that you made the greenhouse supposedly a common room, right? Like I'm like 98% sure that the programming of the game just cheats in that way. I do not trust in the fairness of this game at all. Too many experiences have disabused me of the notion that it's completely fair and random based upon, set probabilities. No, it's not. It cheats. Okay. Mailroom would deliver us items. It would dead end immediately. I want the observatory benefit, but if I don't do mailroom now, it might not come up again today. So I will go ahead and do the mailroom now and regret it, because I don't have a doorway here. So then I have to, how do I get over here, right? But it is what it is. All right. Brass compass, sleeping mask, couple gems. Okay. Sleeping mask is good to get early in the day, because there are bedrooms like the spare bedroom that we sometimes draft just to get from one door to another, and now we can get steps from that. Now I want to double check the letters I've received, because I thought I was supposed to have received more than I've actually read. So this is the last one I received, and it maybe makes it sound like it's the last that I will ever receive from him. But I did a lab experiment to trigger this letter being sent, but on that day I triggered that lab experiment a couple more times. So in theory, I should have received more letters, but maybe he's given me all the clues. Maybe maybe there are no more letters, is what I'm saying. Maybe there just are no more letters to be had. So, yeah. So I've read all of this. And unfortunately, I got these letters after I solved those puzzles, so I don't think, like, I've maybe gotten one or two small little clues out of letters, but mainly they've just told me stuff I already knew, which is a shame, but it is what it is. Okay, so now let's go over here, and I don't have any keys, so I'd love a key, but the problem is that I need doorways over to this side of the house. So I'm going to do the chapel, even though, you know, it costs a coin to walk through and everything. But I'm doing it because I need, I mean, a doorway to here is good, but I need the doorway over here. So this is what I was talking about. Spare bedroom, it gets me over here. And normally that would be a bit of a waste, but because I have a sleeping mask, it's also going to get me 5 steps. So let's do that. So an extra 5 steps. And it has car keys this time, which is cool. It sometimes has an item there, and it did today. Drawing. Let's do the reading nook, get a key. This would cost a gem, give me a gem, and give me a reroll on here, but I don't need the reroll right now. I can save the drawing room and use the drawing room where I could use all 3 of its doorways instead of one of them being blocked right here. And I definitely need keys. So let's get this reading nook, get a key. Here's a trunk that I can open with my sledgehammer. Get, oh, nice, reroll dice. Some coins. As time progresses in this game, as we go from days, you know, as days progress, I mean, our priorities change. Like, there was a time when steps were super crucial, but now we know that there are ways that we can get steps. There are times when gems were super crucial, but now we know there are ways to get gems. So we're kind of in a stage where keys are a bit crucial, but also reroll die are really crucial. Because if we want specific rooms like greenhouse, workshop, we might have to re-roll for them, and even then the game will deny us, because there were multiple days where I needed a showroom. I had plenty of re-roll die, and it still would not give me a showroom, right? And it's done that with greenhouse. I've had re-roll die, needed a greenhouse, and it just used all my re-roll die, and it still won't give me a greenhouse. But if I get 50 reroll die, it will eventually have to give me the greenhouse, which is I've set to be a common room, right? I mean, you know, it's like you have to beat the shit out of this game in order to, I mean, you have to really beat it with a sledgehammer, the game itself, in order to get it to behave and, you know, stop, to win in spite of its cheating. In spite of it cheating against you, you know, to win in spite of it cheating against you, you have to have a lot of cards stacked in your favor to throw at it, to overcome it. Okay, so I do not want a dead end here, even for 2 items. Because one, I don't expect any of those items to be a broken lever, honestly. But also, I worked this hard to get over here. I'm not going to dead end immediately. So let's do the bedroom. I don't really need the library. I mean, the library might give me an item, but if it does, it's usually like a magnifying glass, and I don't necessarily need that today. Because I don't necessarily need a burning glass today, and I don't have anything I need to magnify today. But I'll take extra steps. So we're going to just go over here. And it's giving us a key also. Nice. Good choice. All right. So then, 2 gems for a passageway this early hurts. So let's do, I can get to here from here. So let's just do the parlor and get 2 gems and come up this way. That works. I say get 2 gems. I mean, you know, solve the logic puzzle and earn 2 gems. Not being given to us. We're having to earn them. Only 1 box is true. If that is true, then this is the only true box. The blue box contains the gems. So if that's true, this is false. The black box contains the gems. Well, if this is true, that is false. So if this is true, both of these are false, and the gems would have to be in the white box. If this is false, then both of these would have to be true. And they can't both be true because they're contradictory. Because the gems can only be in 1 box. So it can't be true that the gems are in the blue box and the gems are in the white box. Or black box, I mean. So this must be true. And therefore, both of these are false. So the gems are not in the blue box. They're not in the black box. A process of elimination, they must be in the white box. Boom, boom. Okay. We're going to do the den. Den's perfect. It gives us a gem and gives us doorways where we want to go. Perfect spot for the den. Make sure it does not have a trunk that I missed. Sometimes I miss the trunks and then I kick myself for doing so. Okay, we're going to go over here. We could have the garage, which would be 3 keys, and we have the car keys, so we have some extra benefit. So yeah, because we have this doorway here, like we can go ahead and do a garage right here. That's fine. Secret garden, treasure map. I doubt I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So B6. I doubt I'm going to bother with the treasure map today. First of all, I don't have a shovel at the moment, and I'm not super inclined to get a shovel. But I don't think I need a lot of money today. Unless, you know, because I have enough money that if I get it, when I get a commissary, I can buy it out because my allowance is high enough now that I'm not reliant on treasure maps for the money that I need. That's going back to talking about how things change. Like early days, like coins are really hard to come by. Money's really hard to come by, and now it's kind of easy to come by, right? So it's less of a priority to us. I could go to security. I could change the security settings and start the lab experiment. But observatory gives me a doorway over here. And I can get the observatory benefit of the day. So I think I'm going to do observatory. I like the observatory benefits, generally speaking. And I will hope that it will give me the option of security again. Oh, okay. So this is can spend stars for reroll. Okay. I forgot that this was... I didn't pay attention that this was going to be a 50, so that was maybe not worth it. We'll see. I might not need a lot of rerolls today, but then again, I might because I'm looking for a workshop and a greenhouse. Even though the greenhouse is supposed to be common, have you seen it? I haven't seen it, right? So We could do a secret garden key, sure. Well, here, let me take a look. If I do a secret garden key here, it will give me a doorway here, essentially. It'll waste the doorway here. I don't have Florealis. I don't have a shovel. Unless Secret Garden just randomly had... Well, it might randomly have a shovel or something. It might randomly have an item in it. But I'm going to just do this. And we'll do the commissary. Okay. I really don't have a reason not to buy it out, so I'm just gonna basically buy out the, like I said, I don't particularly need a magnifying glass today, but I could be wrong. I could run across something that I want to look at more closely. All right, I have lots of gems. I spent a bunch of money. I spent all my money. I might get a showroom and it might offer me something really good, and then I'd be not have the money for it, and I'd be like, whatever. It is what it is. 4 items, but it would dead end me. Then I have to come through here to try to get over here. If I knew one of those 4 items was going to be a broken lever, I might do it, but I doubt they were going to put a broken lever in the walk-in closet. I really don't need... another key or 2 would be nice, but I really don't need more gems at the moment. It might give me a key card, who knows. But I'm going to not dead end myself, so... Let's do library. I'm not going to bother requesting a book right now. Oh, there's a trunk here, so let's open that up. Oh, keys, nice. Did I ever grab the keys out of the garage? When I went to the garage, did I grab those keys? I might step back. If I end up, backtracking, I'll step back in the garage and just double check, because I don't remember if I did or didn't. I should have, but I don't remember if I did or didn't. Anywho, okay. Secret garden key is not going to work in that position. So, lockpick kit. Okay, nope. Key. Attic. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to do the attic because from here or from over here, I might be able to get up over here. And I just want the 8 items. So let's just go do the attic. Oh, this is where the treasure map is, but... Oh, and I have a shovel. So I will go ahead and use the treasure map. Might as well. There's no reason not to do it if I'm here already. And I have a shovel, right? Because it doesn't take the treasure map away from me, so I could still co-check the treasure map or something to that effect. Okay, so 40 coin that I may or may not end up needing. Okay, so gem, that's first item. Oh, broken lever, second item, nice. Gem, third item. Coin, fourth item. Key, fifth item. Metal detector, nice. Sixth item. Seventh item. I already bought out the commissary, so the coupon book's a little late, but that's fine. And then I guess the trunk counts as an item, and we go open it up. Okay, so we have the trifecta, as in, well, we have the fourfecta. We have the quadfecta. What is the quadfecta? We have the sledgehammer. We have the metal detector. We have the shovel. That would be the trifecta. And then we have the magnifying glass, and that makes it the quadfecta, right? I could count the lockpick, but it doesn't. If the lockpick always worked, if it was like the master key and always worked, then we would, say, oh, that's the cinquecta, right? But having these 4 items, boom, 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 is very crucial. We have a good set of items already today. I'm kind of out of doorways. Well, not out of doorways, but I have to backtrack now. And as I backtrack, I will step into the garage just to see if I got those keys or not. Yeah, I picked up those keys. Okay. Cool. So now I need the battery pack, which I can get from the code check if that shows up. And I need a workshop, and I need the greenhouse. And again, supposedly I made the greenhouse common, but it hasn't been an option so far. Not my definition of common. That's for sure. The pool is good because I have a sledgehammer, so I can open those trunks, and it gives me a doorway over here, and it connects me to the foundation. So we're definitely going to do the pool. I do have reroll die, but I also can spend stars on rerolls today. So if I can get the battery pack, I can maybe re-roll into the workshop in the greenhouse. Just burn all my stars, burn myself down to 0 stars, forcing that to happen, kind of thing. I shouldn't have to, but the game cheats, so I might have to. Let's do security because I want to change the security settings and start lab experiment. So, inventory, I haven't missed anything yet. Okay. Key card system. I don't have a key card. So we're going to change the security level to low until I do a, utility closet or something. Change the offline mode to unlocked. Confirm. Back. Return to security menu. Log in. Swan song. I think I made the laboratory from the conservatory. I think I made the laboratory like unusual to try to make it less frequent in the draft pool to leave room for more, to leave more room for other things to appear. Because I really don't need to go into the laboratory anymore. I've solved the puzzles in there. And as long as I can get the security office, which I do need to revisit sometimes if I get a key card or utility closet, then I want to change the security setting from low to high. So I sometimes have to revisit. So this is a room that I need to draft because I might need to revisit it. The laboratory never needs to be revisited. Once I log into the remote terminal into the laboratory computer and start the experiment, then I don't need to ever revisit it for any reason that I'm aware of. So speaking of, we're going to go to the laboratory and start today's lab experiment. Each time I eat an apple, let's get a random benefit. Spreading dirt on the driveway is like, the problem is with dirt on the driveway is that I dig up the dirt. Maybe it's a key, maybe it's a coin, maybe it's garbage, but I have to go to the driveway and dig it up to find out. And then if it's not what I need, then it's a crapshoot. But this is just randomly get a key, a gem, or a die, all of which are useful. So that's much better than spreading dirt on the driveway, in my opinion. Okay, so whenever I eat an apple, I will get a random whatever. So there might be an apple in the pantry, and I've yet to do the pantry. But there could be apples in other places as well. Like if we do the classroom at some point today, that'll have an apple in it, right? Okay, so now exit. Yeah, I do not have a key card. I didn't recall picking up a key card, but just wanted to double check before I left the room. I do not have a key card. Okay, let's try going down first. I already have a way to get to the foundation, so I don't need to worry about can I get to the foundation from here. I can get to the foundation from the pool, so. And from the foundation, I can get over here and I can get over here. So let's go from here to here. It dead ends us, but we're going to do the billiard room because it might not give me the option later in the day to do the billiard room. And we want to tick ourselves ever forward on towards that trophy, right? Plus it's fun, plus it gives us keys. One or more keys. So let's do 16. 20 plus 1 plus 10, that's 31. And this is not square, this is reverse the digits. So that's 13. So now it is 20 plus 10 is 30 minus 9 is 21. Reverse the digits is 12. This is 36 divided by 3 is 12. Reverse the digits is 21 minus 2 is 19. And we get a silver key. And one step closer to that trophy. But we do have to backtrack now. Okay. So now what I will do is, before coming up over here, I'm going to just come over here and try to do this area. Okay. I don't want to spend a redraw. So even though the hallway, it will waste this doorway here, I'm going to do the hallway because it gives us a key, and I don't want to waste a reroll. So. This would be spend a gem. If we get the classroom out of our draft pool for the rest of the day, we would eat an apple, and that would give us a random benefit. A key, a die, or a gem. Any of which is good. Storeroom, I don't mind. I don't necessarily mind dead ending here. It's a good corner to dead end at, but I'm hoping I won't need the locksmith today. So I'm going to do this because it gives me the door up to here. I don't see any extra items on the desk or anything. Experiment was successful. Not sure what it gave us an extra of. I didn't notice. Maybe a gem. Maybe I went from 15 to 14 gem and then it gave me a gem. Something. Okay. Now I get some rerolls here, but Foyer is good. But I could spend these free redraws to try to get like a workshop or a greenhouse. So might as well. Courtyard's not bad, but it's not what I'm looking for. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Kennel, we do need to do the kennel at some point. So I will go ahead and do the kennel just because I have a shovel today and we need to visit the new kennel room anyway. Oh, it has puppies or dogs. That's cool. I'm not used to seeing many living creatures in the game. A couple birds, maybe an insect. But here's some dogs. Oh, you can pet the dog. That's cool. Cat and... Oh, wait a minute. So what is this? Is this a clue of something? Got another apple. Got another random gem. So I'm not sure what this does and what this picture is about. Okay, so you see, keeping dogs in kennels like this, it's like, I don't know if they get enough affection. This is making me, this is actually hurting me, because I lost my dog just a few days ago. I need to get out of this room, to be honest. Okay, so at this point, sure, I'll do a courtyard. I could do this for 2 items. Dead end here. This is not a bad place for a dead end. But we get 4 items if we do this off of bedrooms, so. But I don't have, I think I may have used my only 2 of my only bedrooms that have an extra doorway, so. This was such a bad choice to make a bedroom closet versus a hallway closet. That was such a bad choice, but. Maybe if I do bedroom closet, maybe it will give me a key card. But if I do this, then I have dig spot. I might have a trunk that I can open with sledgehammer. It gives me another doorway up here. I'll go ahead and do this. I don't think I'm ever going to get it on a, okay. I don't think it was worth it for running shoes and 1 key. I don't think it was worth it. I should have done the courtyard. But it is what it is. So now we have the kennel benefit for the rest of the day, which is if I dig up a room, then all those doors become unlocked. May or may not, ever apply. Very few rooms to dig up other than like green rooms in the foundation. Okay, so now our 2 doorways are here and here. So let's go over here first. Secret passage, I could choose green and maybe get the greenhouse. But that, if I get the greenhouse, that would dead end me, and then I'm like basically, I'd have to have a bunch of straights right here. That's... I'm gonna pick green. And then I'm gonna have a tough decision to make. Okay, see this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I literally made greenhouse a common room, and I have gone to the secret passage and I selected the color green. And it says, am I going to give you the common greenhouse as a choice? No. Let's go ahead and do the cloister, because I could redraw and it still won't give me greenhouse because it's it's cheating. It's just being a bitch. It did the same thing with showroom when I picked gold, and yeah. So this gives me a bunch of stuff. Well, it gives me a couple dig spots and gives me a bunch of doors is the point. Well, courtyard, actually, let's look at courtyard. It costs a gem, and it might have the same or fewer dig spots than the cloister. We don't have Florealis today. I don't need the doorway over here because I've got the foundation. So it gives me the 2 doorways I need, which are here and here. But it also might have a trunk or some other special item. So I think I'll actually do the courtyard for the cost of a gem. And I was wrong about having a trunk or special item. It has neither. Whatever. So you hear the dogs when I dig up. All right, now let's go over here. Let's do the drawing room because then I might have extra opportunity to get greenhouse and workshop. Well, and coat check because I also need the battery pack still as well. So I'm going to redraw. I'm going to redraw again. I am going to... I don't really need solarium because supposedly the greenhouse is common. I don't need the stuff from the storeroom. So I'm going to redraw. Oh, fuck. Come on. I'm going to spend stars to redraw. I'll do the walk-in closet. It's pissing me off. I went through so many redraws. At the secret passage, I chose green. It refuses to give me, and none of this is useful. None of this is useful. I didn't need another key. I didn't need 2 more gems. I didn't need a coin purse. It didn't give me a key card or anything useful. It's just pissing me off. Okay, stepwise, I'll take the dining room. I'm just so pissed at this game, the way it cheats. This is a case where the secret garden key is useful because I can use all those doorways. There's a key. I might as well open both sides. It takes a couple minutes, but there's just no reason not to do it when we're here. To open, both sides of the thing, so. That will only matter if I do like allowance quest today or something. But for now, and it spread fruit throughout the house. So walking back through the house, I can pick up fruit. Let's continue on up. We'll do pantry. We could eat dinner now. Silver key. Yeah, we can do a silver key here. Don't like those. Conference room's fine. Shit. Security door. So this is a security door for right here. What about this? We already did the bedroom closet, so doing the boudoir in the hopes we won't get a bedroom closet over here. I'm going to take the coat check so I can get the battery pack. And at the end of the day, I can check a different item. Okay, so now I have sledgehammer, broken lever, battery pack. So I need the I need to spend rerolls on workshop and apparently the common room greenhouse. I have to, reroll to get a common room. I have to reroll to get a common room. So it pisses me off so much, as you might be able to discern. Do this. It kind of acts like a free reroll. Definitely not the ballroom. I don't want any of that. I could spread coins and those coins would go To the conference room, I'll do that later if I need coins. Passed on the showroom because the doorway is more important. This doorway over here is more important to me. And these are blocked off. So if I don't have a doorway over here, I would never do this area. And I need opportunities to get a work room and a greenhouse. Passageway, worth it. Yeah, passageway is worth it. I don't have a security door I need to get past at the moment. This was a security door, but I've made it obsolete. Let's go down first, because we can make, yeah, just because. I don't need any of that. Gymnasium is fine. Actually, I'm going to do a quest bedroom here. Maybe. No. We'll do the gymnasium. Is there like a, is that a coin or a key that it's telling me about? Oh, a couple coins. Don't care. A Sonic is good. We'll do a Sonic because I can get to here from here, so I don't need a doorway up to here. I'm going to redraw again. And it still will not give me. Damn it. I need a workshop or a greenhouse. And they're both supposed to be common. This is like a free reroll because it will give me a doorway up to there. So. I'll do conservatory. Because I need to adjust rarity whenever possible. Okay. Nurse's station. I don't like the nurse's station. It's a dead end room that I don't want, so let's make that rare. We'll make the mailroom standard. We'll make the conference room commonplace. Making this unusual rather than rare, because if I try to do a dead end, if I try to do 20 dead end rooms in a day, I might want it to show up at that time. All right. I'll do the showroom because I have money and I have ways to get more money. And so if I can get a moon pendant and things. Moon pendant. I could come back and buy more stuff by picking up money. I could go to the... I don't have a allowance quest at the moment, so I'm not going to come here at the moment. But I could go to the office. In fact, I'm going to have to backtrack through the office anyway, and then I could go to the conference room and pick up a bunch of money and buy more things at the showroom. Because of a moon pendant, it might be nice to have a emerald bracelet or something, that, or master key, because it might then randomly choose to give that to me the following day, right? So maybe that'll be a thing I do. But right now I have to backtrack this way. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get the money just in case I decide I want to do that, because it's on the way. It's not costing me any extra steps. Going to the conference room would cost me extra steps, and I won't necessarily do that at the moment, but I do not have a trophy room. I'm not likely to get a trophy room. I'm going to have dinner now. But there's also fruit spread throughout the house that I should be on the lookout for. It was spread by the secret garden, so I don't think there's a piece of fruit in here, but as I go other places, I need to look for fruit on my way for more steps. Oh, from the dining room, I meant to do this room, but I can do it from the courtyard, which I need to walk over to anyway. Oh, there's a piece of fruit. One net step after I go in to get it and come back out again. All right. Workshop. Absolutely workshop. Okay, so we have sledgehammer, battery pack, broken lever. That makes the power hammer. So now I just need the greenhouse. Oh, but can the greenhouse only be drafted on the edge? In which case I'm screwed. If greenhouse can only be drafted on the edge, then I'm screwed. Fuck. I think it might only be able to be drafted on the edge. Let me. What's. I may have fucked up today because I may have forgotten the greenhouse can only be drafted on the edge. And it never gave me the choice. I would have taken it if it gave me at any point, but it never gave me the choice at any point along these edges. But I maybe needed to re-roll at that time. Like instead of a pantry, I may have needed to re-roll until I got a greenhouse. Or instead of the conservatory or something. Shit. Let me consult my drafting manual. It might have told me, and I might have just completely blanked on it. This might be a pointless day now. Drafting strategy manual. I'm looking for a particular drafting manual, and I'm sure I screenshot it. I'm just like having trouble finding it in my notes, finding the screenshots. I'm sure I have it, where it tells me about the different color rooms and stuff and their features. Um, Come on. Wow. It's like I cannot find this book to say, I can't find this book. Why can't I find this book? I definitely read it. I should have screenshot it. Did I not screenshot it? Did I just read it and take notes and not screenshot it? One moment. I'm looking at my notebook. Maybe I didn't screenshot this particular volume of the drafting guide. I thought I went back and screenshot it all, but maybe I didn't. Oh. Okay, my notes are unclear. I remember reading somewhere that a lot of green rooms can only be drafted alone the edge of the house, the sides of the house. And I'm thinking greenhouse might be one of them, in which case I'm screwed. So I'm going to come over here and do what I can do. We'll see what happens. I don't think there's anything more or anything else useful to. I mean, I could make burning glass right now, but I don't have a way to. I don't have anything to light with said burning glass. So. Suck. Why did it never give me the? I used the conservatory on a prior day to make greenhouse a commonplace room, and at no point in time, any time today, did it say, "Hey, would you like a greenhouse?" Right? It never said, "Would you like a greenhouse?" So frustrating. Shit. If I give up on the greenhouse, I could take a quest bedroom. And get up here and do allowance quest. Maybe it's in the letters. I got those letters. Maybe it's in the letters. Let me take a look at my letters. I really thought I had a screenshot of something that told me which green rooms have to be on the edge of the house. Oh, there was a memo. 8 green rooms, majority along perimeter. Terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, secret garden. So greenhouse is in that list, only along perimeter. So I will not be getting a greenhouse today, so I might as well take the quest bedroom. Because I screwed up and I won't be doing I won't be getting a greenhouse no matter how many re-rolls I spend. So all the stars that I burned on re-rolls were just a waste. Okay. But I have the allowance quest. I will go get the money out of the conference room, then come back over to showroom, buy some things, and then complete allowance quest, and that'll be my day. And it'll be super disappointing. But it is what it is. Yeah, no, it's a complete and total waste of time. Complete and total waste of your time, at the very least, watching me just screw up. So the secret passage was here. It wasn't on the edge, so it did not give me greenhouse as an option when I picked green. But it also never, in any of these spots, did it ever give me greenhouse as an option. I would have taken it. It never gave me greenhouse as an option. So that's on the game. But me not spending re-rolls in those spots, knowing that I needed a greenhouse on the edge, that's on me. Right, perimeter. So it's like even down here, it didn't give me greenhouse. Up here, it didn't give me greenhouse. And like from here, I guess if I had remembered, I could have done a bunch of rerolls to try to get greenhouse right here, but so such a waste of time. Got the workshop and everything, and there's nothing I can use. Nothing more, because I can make a burning glass right now, but I don't have a tomb. So I can make a burning glass. I have the components, I have the workshop, I can make a burning glass, don't have a tomb. Don't have a way to get to the tomb. Today. When I had the tomb, I wasn't able to get the burning glass, so. That's what I mean by the game cheating. It goes out of its way to make everything impossible. It keeps track of what you have, what you don't have, what you need, what you want, and then it, quote unquote, randomly, not random at all, just cheats and denies you what you need and what you want, which it's able to deduce from what you have, what you don't have, right? Goes, oh, you have yet to break down, you have yet to light the candles in the tomb. So we're going to make sure you never have a burning glass on the same day that you have the tomb. Oh, you have yet to bust down the wall in the greenhouse. So we're never going to give you the greenhouse on the same day that we'd also give you the components and the workshop to make a power hammer. You know, it's very easy to program that way, and they have programmed that way, guaranteed. To make it more challenging. If it were truly random, it wouldn't be this challenging. The game did not actively cheat. We would be more successful. It is because the game actively cheats that we are less successful. So I'm gonna buy I'm gonna buy a master key and hope that because I run across emeralds more than I do keys, I think. Well, master key, like Because if I can't get to a room, if I can't get through doors, then it ends my day. If I don't have gems, then it just limits the rooms that I can draft from the selections, but it doesn't necessarily end my day. All right. I do not have a planetarium, so there isn't anywhere particular that I need to end my day. I did add a sauna, so I'll have 20 extra steps tomorrow. I don't think there's anything more to do. I don't think going outside at all is going to do anything. I have no other doorways to explore. I have a power hammer. So what I can do is I can just go through and double check, just see of the rooms that I have, am I missing any others where I could break down walls, right? Like I've been focused on the greenhouse, but there have been other rooms where we broke down walls, like the weight room and the secret garden. So let's look for walls to break down. They're generally pretty obvious. They're like brick walls, so places with brick walls. I'll just double check some places with brick walls. Like, is there somewhere in here to break down? I don't think there is, honestly. I mean, can't break through walls with it. Okay. Did the gymnasium have some place to bust down? Not that I'm aware of. Sauna does not appear to. I mean, this is kind of futile. This is, Ooh, can I bust these? No. Can I bust this, though? How do I ever get the coins if I can't break through here? No clue. Over to the... Secret Garden, I already busted through its brick wall. I don't think that has any other brick wall to bust through, right? So. No, alrighty. But that's where we busted through with the power hammer on a prior day. Not seeing anywhere around here that wants me to bust through it with a power hammer. Not seeing anywhere here to bust through. Okay. Let's take a look at the workshop. There's no place to bust open in the workshop. No. I can go to the garage, see if there's some place to bust through. I doubt it. I don't have anything to really examine with the magnifying glass either that I'm aware of. Can go to the library and like request maybe that drafting manual I apparently don't have screenshots for. There is nowhere to bust through here. I already did the brick wall in the basement. I don't think there's any other location in the underground. No. No, I want to go to the chapel. There was nothing to bust with the power hammer over here. Okay. I can check the kennel. I'm grasping at straws. I'm trying to make something useful happen today. Another apple? Oh, okay, because we ate apple and then we spread fruit, so we got another apple. I don't understand that at all. The dog, some of the dog, what happened to some of the other dogs? They go through here to like go sleepy or something? I don't know. Weird. Okay. But there's nothing to bust through. Da da da. Oh, coat check. Where's the coat check? We want to check an item at the end of the day, don't we? We do. What's my steps like? So, we did want to check something at the end of the day in the coat check. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to try to bust stuff in the garage, and I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's actually gonna. I don't think there has actually. Could go request a book. I'll draft him manual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're just going to go to the coat check, and we should have done that when we were up over here already, but I didn't remember. So let's go do it now before I forget again. All right, and then we'll end our day after we coat check an item. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna coat check the power hammer, because then I don't have to reassemble it all. I just have to retrieve it. I've made it. So now I can just coat check that and then retrieve it. And I would think that a power hammer is still usable on like a chest or a trunk. So yeah, there we go. Maybe should have made the burning glass and coat checked that. I think the burning glass is easier because magnifying glass and metal detector are a little more common than like battery pack and broken lever, and it's only 2 items rather than 3. But I'm going to kick myself if I end up with a tomb and a coat check and I didn't make and check the burning glass. It is what it is. I made my choice. I don't think I have enough steps to redo anything anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, I don't. So I have to stick with this choice. Okay. All right, we're going to call it a day 69. Frustrating. Mount Holly Garden Shopping Center, 4 green rooms, 4 shop rooms. Total rooms 43, rec range 9, steps taken 146. Items found 17, new rooms 1, which will be the kennel. I'm gonna save and quit. This was day 69 of Blueprints. Thank you for being with me. We'll see you for day 70, and hopefully we will accomplish more on day 70.